So that day, their intention was not to demolish, but their intention was to kill. And the anti-land invasion unity, those securities that they work for municipality, they were here to demolish our houses as usual, because mostly on Tuesday they used to come here and demolish our houses. So that day, their intention was not to demolish, but their intention was to kill, because they didn't even demolish even one house that day. But what they did, they just shot people with tear gas, shot with live ammunition, shot us and tear gassed us, everybody. Unfortunately, I don't stay on that side, I stay on this side. I heard women screaming, children screaming. When I started to go on that side, someone phoned me and told me, come on the side, they shot your son already. When I go there on that side, I ran, I had to go down there. When I see there, my son was lying down there, like a dog. Killed by those guys, anti-land invasion unit, and armed people, killing people with no arms.
Silazi usuku lawo azofika ngalo. Sesiyo camp. Silinde la ezoqhamuka khona ukuthi hayi azoqhamuka la. Emeqhamuka sifice sesilindile kunokuthi asifice sesendlini. Sazama ukuwavimba ukuthi angafiki siwabone ngawe sedilize izindlu maqala aqhamukele kuthina before afike endlini. Ilapho ke ngesikhathi sizenjalo aqale khona ukuthi aqale yabela sidubule straight kanti iqale nebele ke shanga lababhulethi sibuye situbelile sahambe kuphele kanjalo kuthe manje siwavimbile sebona ukuthi sesivimbile ukuthi angene avele asidubula ngeendlavu straight ngalo sikhathi sasingaphethe ikhadi sasiwavimbile nje ukuthi angangeni ngaphakathi emgwaqweni ongenela kuthina ila aqala khona ukusidubula athe mase sidubula waze walimala umfowethu okuthiwa Samuel.
Awafiki ngokusemthethweni ukuthi azokwenza ukuthi nokuthi enzela ukuthi kuprovoke khona ukuba agcine bashayile abantu ababophile bangakubalela abantu abake baboshwe kula settlement incane ingakaya bangaphezulu ka-18. Uphinde ngikubalela ukuthi sesike sasashonelwa abantu kuze kusekuseni amaphoyisa engafuni ukuzobalanda sesithi kushonile kunesidumbu esicela sisolanga amaphoyisa angafuni ukuzosilanda ngoba ethi awangene enkanini. Uma ngabe usubuza uthi lona liphi iphoyisa leke lafika enkanini lashawa khongishelona. So yindlela leya nabo bakwazi ukuthi badoje ngomsebenzi wabo noma bafuna ukuthi kwenzeke izinto ezingekho right ukuze bazokwazi ukuthi bakwazi ukungena benze izinto nabo ezingekho right. Abanye ababezosidilizela into ebadinga kakhulu babethi asivume nabo babe nezindawo lapha ukuze bakwazi ukwehlisa lento abayenzayo. Since singavumanga khona abantu abacishe babulawa. Ngikhuluma ukuthi mina nje ngake ngavuka esibhedlela nganginama-dreadlocks ngangazwa njengorasta bawahluphula nje angani ukuthi babewasusengani ngafika kuyinyanda la yayikhona ngoba nami ngase ngi-unconscious.
Baba Unayeka, we are representing the poor community, the suffering community who live under substandard conditions. People who have suffered the police brutality. People who are not recognized as citizens of this country. We are here today before you, before the police station, to hand over the following feelings of the community, which we strongly believe that we are part of the society and we need to be treated as human beings like any other human being. Tuesday, April the 10th, 2007, memorandum handed to Senior Superintendent Glenn Naika of the Sydney Police Station. Glenn Naika, you vandalize our community. We are here to reclaim our police station. Neither you nor powerful belongs to the people who live in this area. We live in shacks and we are wearing red t-shirts and demanding the right to continue live here in the city. To live in decent houses, to have access to electricity, water, toilets, land and housing, while we wait for these houses and for our children to be able to attend the school here. But this does not mean that we are not the people. None of this makes us criminals. We are part of the people to whom the police station belongs. You have broken the trust of a larger part of the people for whom you are supposed to be working. You are supposed to be our servants, not our oppressor. Since you have entrusted with this police station, the police in this area have treated all shack dwellers as criminals.
Amen.
And since we united as Abahlali basemjondolo, the shack dwellers, we have constantly been harassed and attacked as a movement. Your job is to protect all the people who live in the area, but you have decided to make the poor your enemy.
He must come to us and ask the reason. We are not fools. We can't just depart for no reason. So protect, but wait, where to back and peggy.
A very strong warning. Basemjondolo every week. The only thing in return, Breyani na Martin staff amabili na no blanket ongasi. Amandla.
Sithi nje masivula kancane White House kunemizi lapha ngicabanga ukuthi mhlambe umuzi ka4 umuzi uba la emgwaqweni lo 10 ungakafiki la khona la kubakwa something amabhunya wathi khona lo mgwaqo 10 la White House le nampo umgwaqo oqala cabanga ukuthi sandlule lezo4 oka4 bese qhamuka amaphoyisa ngaphambi kwethu kwakusebusika futhi umnyama kusho ngoba abantu bomthetho ngicabanga ukuthi thina bazosivimba nje abezwe namaphoyisa afika sivimba kwafika iveni lesijwayele amaphoyisa wase kufika le back yabo labayijwayisa ukuthi yebo uma zombili lezo zathi mayifika nje sithi nje babephuma bema phansi kwakusho isibhanga azange sikhulumisane nalabo abantu ukuthi khona mhlawumbe umbuza bawubuza basihlaba ngamalight ubright ungawuthi awukwazi ukubuka bona fanele ukuthi ubheke phansi ngoba ayachopha amalight saqhuma lapho isibhanga masiqhuma isibhamu lo sisefront thina mina ngihamba ngapha ngicabanga nje lo umfana lo ubani manje Sicela ungithi ya wayehamba nebambene nalezi ngane lesikhathi edubula amaphoyisa ayengafuni ukudubula umuntu wesifazane isibhamu sasizodla kithi ngebhathi wasala lengane asikhulumisene njalo nalabo abantu akukho umbuzo ukuthi nenzani niyaphi yabo ngoba ngisho sasempini ngesikhathi mabe baleka lapha ngabaleka muvamile ngomqondo wami wathi mabe bebaleka lapha ngithi ngiyalandela mina emva kwalapha mangibona ngiyabona kunejazana nje lisala phansi ngoba kumnyama hey ngibhrike ngibuyele emuva uma ngithi ngiyabuka akusile ijazi lomuntu usachokhekile nomqondo wami kuye lezi ngane zamantombazane zami fike ikhale lapha ziyabona ke zonke sithi hawu unqobile lo hey udubulekile hayi kusho nje ukuthi lapho ngendlela bona ababheke ngayo washaya nje wathula semthani yaka nje wathula semthani.
What will happen? They would come they used to come every day to demolish and evict. At first, we had a number of people who were originally evicted from the institute upgrading, which was a number of people, close to 4,000 people. But since the municipality didn't take any break or couldn't even give us a space to rebuild and reorganize, the number dropped to few hundreds, because as we speak now we are plus or minus 400 members in our community. So what the municipality used to do is to always come every day with rubber bullets, guns, hammer, and every kind of law enforcement that we have in the city will be there, and people, those who are resisting, will be shot and hospitalized, and those who were able to run away will be safe. But then that was not the purpose. Our purpose was to build our homes and protect our homes. So we had to pay the price by resisting. That meant you get arrested or you get killed through assassination or through violent attack in the hands of the police and the city security land invasion units.
People was being evicted like on a daily basis.
Then we put him back in and we stood in front of his house. We were supporting him. Yeah, after a whole about 3 hours standoff with police and army, the dog unit, we went onto the road, still in front of his house. And then as we were standing and like shouting and, you know, doing our thing, one of the policemen came to grab me. And when he grabbed me, then about 7 policemen attacked me with batons and hit me over my head and so on. Yeah, I fainted about 4 times. And I was like heavily assaulted, my teeth kicked out.
And I then went to assist him to try to get the police away from him, because they were beating him up and he was terribly beaten by the police and bitten by their dogs, just because he tried to help these people to go back into their home. And I went to assist him and then they beat me. I had a heart attack. I don't think they'll do this to white people. This brutalization of police people onto other races, I don't think they'll do this to whites. Not at all.
Yeah, it was like it's a bad memory actually, and it's always there. I always remember it. And yeah, so on the day I was arrested with 5 others, my mother included. Then about 10 o'clock the evening, policeman came to release me. He said, like, you have to go because there's a whole lot of the community of councillors outside here and they want you to be released. I refused to go because we were 6 of us. And I said, like, if 6 of us can go, then we can go. By 10 o'clock, the whole community was in the police station. And it was quite an overwhelming experience because there's all these people, and, you know, and they walked from Tafelsig to the town center, which is about a 20-minute walk.
What happened to my brother was very painful to me because I was studying during that time. So he was the one who was paying for my studies. I was in season academic private school. So without him, I dropped out because no one was paying for my studies. And they told us that it was the electricity. And when I look at him, there were lots of, he was shot in the chest and here in the back. So, and the thing that amazed me a lot was that the way he was cut, it was not usual. It starts from here till here.
Plastic, bathi ena bafuna ukuthi sibone ukuthi siyamazini lo muntu. Uma bevula uplastic kuqale kuvele inwele because ngiyazazi ke inwele zakhe. Ngithi kufika ukuthi angikhali kancane bese kufika ukukhala lithi iphoyisa lakakito sibanga umsindo singazoba ngumsindo ingakho bebengafuni ukusizela ngoba sizoba ngumsindo. Ngithi mina ungathi ngibanga umsindo kanti isilwane lesi silelela akuyena umfowethu. Ngithi ngicane imvule yonke sengifuna ukubona ukuthi uyena ngempela yini. Bavule ubhekiswe phansi. Into oqala nje yangidida ukuthi ngiyangiqala ukubona umuntu oshonile obhekiswe phansi. Umuntu ufaka uplastic abhekiswe phezulu ukuze kube lula ukwazi ukubona ukuthi uyena noma akuyena. Ngithi ngisathi ngiyakhala bamvale bamthathe sebefuna ukuhamba naye. Ngithi mina no phela mina ngimncane kusakhona umuntu omdala ofana afike azobona kahle. Bathi cha basho bengiphusha kokukhona uphoyisa ekuthiwa uGabisa nelinye elimpofu elisebenzisana nawo uGabisa. Bangibuyisele eceleni bafuna ukuhamba nesidumbu ngekhaya. Bathi ngakwazi ukubhala statement ngithi cha hayi manje ngeke ngikwazi ukubhala statement. Kusamele ngiqala nje ngifonele uma ngimtshele lento le eyenzekile. Bathi bona ngingafika yini kakito ngizobhala statement ngoba ngabowani. Ngithi mina noma uzobe befikile sizoza kakito. Ngokwabo thina basitshena ukuthi ushawa ugesi ubulawa ugesi wenyoka nyoka. Uma sifika epolice station kakito sifika khona yena lo Gabisa lo naye lo omunye umseshi lo mpofu. Sisho ukuthi hayi thina bakubo kwalo kade kwenzeke inkinga lapha ya. Into eyashiwo ilo ngabe umseshi lo mpofu osebenzisana noGabisa eyasithutha neyasiqeda amandla ukuthi singabe sisakwazi nokulandelela yonke into umethi ena ukuza kama lapha kuzosiza ngani ngoba vele ngeke savuka ngalezi inhlamvu egcwele umzimba wonke. Saqala sathutha inhlamvu thina sazi ukuthi umuntu ushawa ugesi sekuthiwa inhlamvu manje okusho ukuthi ingakho bebemthatha bemphuthumisa ukuhamba naye singakufiki ngoba bebefihla ukuthi udutshuliwe.
Early this year, March 28, kulahleke 2 wamantombazana uakhona benomsiko. Kuthembu ngo-April 28 batholakala sebeshonile esimobeni. Kuthe kade bena 1 week bengcwatshiwe kwalahleke uNelisiwe Dube. Kuthe mhla ka-6 June watholakala futhi naye seshonile. Ila sisukume khona-ke sibantu besifazane sa-organize ngavula i-WhatsApp group eqoqe bonke abantu besifazane basemthwalume safoma imashi samashi ngaboshwa ukuthi ngihlanganisa abantu ngesikhathi se-COVID. Ngaphuma-ke songisa attenda lelo cala. While ngisa attenda leli cala sekuphinde futhi kutholakala emzimbe eyi-2 uzama wakachiliza nomunye esingakakwazi uku-identify ukuthi ubani because usunakele kakhulu. So ke nje last month sithola omunye futhi umzimba oshisiwe umuntu wesifazane.
Baker wapromisa umhlaba ukuthi uzosakela imizi wangakwazi ukwenza lokho base beshaya itoyitoyi. So after that wasithumela amaphoyisa afika kwathiwa mekuthiwa kuze uyakhupha ezosikhulumela then wa refuse uyakhupha ukuthi eze. Then amaphoyisa wasethi amaphoyisa wazenzele kuthina bothene njani. Then we were beaten like this, shower, and we arrested for that ukuthi asimatch. And azange sihlukumeze anything, azange si-abuse lutho. Thatha uvalelwe for 2 weeks sisejele singafuni and siyafunda sasingafundi sasivalelwe eWestville because namanje sa-attend the case yalicala lelo ukuthi kwakuyi-public violence. If ikhansela lingabuyi back kithi lisitshele ukuthi what's going on sizokwazi kanjani. Ngesikhathi abantu betoyitoya lapha ikhansela lafonela mina and asked me, Princess, what's going on there? I told her, why you ask me? Why you never come and see what's going on? Why you ask me? I'm not a councillor, you are the councillor. And the councillor never came. He said, okay, Princess, what's going on? I say, no, you must come and ask the people what's going on. He say, oh, okay, just let the police do their work, like that. In my ears, in my phone. The councillor tell the police, you must take the people to the jail. They are criminal. They are not criminal. They want housing.
That's totally incorrect. I have a letter from the commissioner of the local police station confirming that when they called me that morning, my response was that because of the situation being volatile, I would not go out there, and that in my view the local leadership would be able to handle that. Those were the only remarks I had made. This is a complete misconception that I had castigated that community out there. It's totally untrue. I don't know where this information has come from. I've even offered to assist those people that are appearing in court, and I asked him to let me know of the next appearance date so I could be there as well.
Indawo lelapha kuPenete Road along uMngeni and that place. Indawo yethu le. Indawo yethu and akhohlwe lo babotshe ukuthi uzosebenza lo yamhlaka sikhona. Thina kuyethiwa siye Vereland. Ake kuye bona Vereland this time side. When we say Africa belongs to all who lives in it, it therefore also means that Great Eastern belongs to all who lives in it. Because in the last isolated, when you live in Kennedy Road, they thought you are not South African. You are not a part of citizens of Great Eastern. We deserve to be there. If the houses must be built there, we demand that happens within this period of 2 weeks.
Abahlali basemjondolo bakhona kuma-province awu-5 baqalela i-KZN endaweni ekuthiwa uKennedy Road eDurban. Sesichithekele kuma-province awu-5 okuyi-Eastern Cape, i-Gauteng, i-KZN, i-Western Cape, yisu-5. And then around iDurban sihlukumezeka kakhulu through uThekwini, umasipala waseThekwini iwona usihlukumeza kakhulu ule invasion wakhona. Uma si-occupyile bayafika bazosichithela ngesihluku, basichithela ngokungekho emthethweni. Lokho sekuze kwachaphakela ngisho kwiprovince yaseGauteng. Sine-branch eVusumuzi eThembisa, nakhona bekune-occupation, bafika bazochithela abantu. Ngale kokubachithela nje amaphoyisa anesihluku ngathi nje South Africa yonke, ngoba even abantu bemasha bengena emgwaqweni bemashela idingo zabo, amaphoyisa afika badubule ngeinhlamvu kangangoba kwenye imashi eVusumuzi eThembisa badubula ingane ena5 years.
Kennedy was the place where we all stayed for a very long time. We stayed there with the hope that our councillor will attend our grievances of service deliveries like water, sanitation, and houses as well, because houses was the main priority for us to be delivered to in order to avoid so many things, diseases, fire attacks, which we've been attacked by the fires during the winter time, and so many things which is related to a hygiene, to a healthy life. So we stayed there since I came in Kennedy Road in 1993, where one of my relatives just asked me to come and stay in Kennedy Road. And then we stayed there from 1993 up until 2005. We were hoping that our councillor will attend our grievances, but only to find that nothing has happened. We usually go to the municipality and ask for service deliveries, no special like houses, because we were mostly needed houses to stay with our families, because we know Shacks has got no space, has got no space to even to throw your dishwashers and waters. We've got no space even for a healthy toilets, actually. So by 2005, we got together as a community, because we've been waiting for a very long time. Then we get together, having a meeting in a hall, in our community hall, and asking ourselves, what are we waiting for? Because our councillors doesn't wanted to bother themselves in order to give us service deliveries. We said, let us ask our municipalities, Ethekwini municipality for our housing firstly, before we go to the councillor. Only to find that that time was an ANC councillor, which is Mr. Bake, who doesn't care about the people who are staying in the shacks. Only to find that our councillor was only just concerned about the family, the communities of the Indian people who are staying next to our houses. But the people who are living in the shacks was like people who does not count by them. Then we started to come together as a community up until we decided to go and barricade the road because by barricading the road, for us, it was meant to voice out more and intensively our voice to be listened to by the municipality. And then we started doing that. We barricaded the road, which is our national road at eThekwini, which is next to N2. Then we barricaded that road up until the police came. No one from the municipality came and asked, why are we barricading the road? Because by barricading the road, we're trying to get them to us. We're trying to convince them that to come and listen to us in order for us to express ourselves, to express our grievances towards the healthy life, towards the housing that we were looking for in Canada Road. So by then, we were barricading the road from the morning, it was 8 o'clock, up until to 12 o'clock. Nobody came, only to find that the police came and to spare our people in a very crucial way, where we found that one of our community members will get arrested by the police, and they will get arrested, then go to the to Westville, where we were trying also to listen to the municipality why our people were getting arrested by the police, because we were trying to voice out our grievances to the municipality. So then by barricading the road, people were getting arrested, people were getting shot, people were getting injured by then. So then, by then, there was no idea of trying to get a bigger struggle for the people living in shacks. It was meant for a service delivery by the community of Kennedy Road, up until we realized that something that we did in Kennedy Road is something that is very important to the people who are living in the shack. We started from then by realizing our idea, our philosophy of dignity, respect, and land. During the time of the struggle, they were arrested, and Kennedy 9 was also going to Westville prison, where the hunger strike was started. It was started by Tina, whom was later become Abahlali basemjondolo administrator, and also Unolunga, who has also deceased, passed away maybe in 2013 or 14 or so. Unolunga has passed away. The struggle was started by those guys. Those are the people who started the hunger strike in Kennedy Road. So Kennedy 9 was started hunger struggle in such a way that most people in this country, like the Bishop Robin Philip, were also much interested to see them. They went to Westville. That is where Westville administrators started to release Abotina, Abongulunga, and the others, just because Ubaba Robin Philip has come to Kennedy, has come to the jail and see them because they were on a hunger strike. So the hunger strike was the most powerful one, which was also impressing most people came, and also the media came to Westville, go to Westville and just wanted to see them on what was they were trying to do as Kennedy Road 9, Kennedy Road 9 comrades in 2000 and I think it was 2008, yeah, somewhere there. Yeah. The court himself, they went to court, and there was no proof of being the wrongdoing by our comrades by then. So the court acquitted them because there was no case, because they were fighting for their own rights. They were fighting for something which is a priority for everyone in South Africa, because they were fighting for something which is enshrined in the constitution of this country, as houses and land is the priority of those who are living, who are more especially the landless people of South Africa living in the shelter.
ukuthi mhlambe ngithi ukuthi kulanda kancane izinto izigameko sebezenzile nokusihlukumeza sebekwenzile kuthina kube kukhulu kakhulu. Ngo July kulonyaka lo esikuwona benze izinto ezinzima kakhulu baze basifika basihubha lapha behamba no umasipala weTheku ehamba no POP ehamba no SAPS ehamba no Calvin Security. So mabefika lapha abaxoxisane kanye nathi njengabantu abahleli endaweni emva kokuthi ngo2019 sathola icourt order ukuthi sihlale lapha sithola eHigh Court. So abaxoxisane kanye nathi inhlobo into abayenzayo ukuthi mabefika lapha bathi sakhe ngokungekho emthethweni basishaye basihubhe bathi bafuna amadoda la engakhona kodwa
say that police brutality has really been worrying, since the beginning of our movement 15 years ago in 2005. The Sydney police in particular has really taught us that the police are not actually working for people or to protect people or citizens. Police have shown that they are actually working against the people. So we've been criminalized from the onset. The police have been very hostile. My personal experience with the late Nayeka, who was the station commissioner at Sydney Police Station, made it clear that the shackdwellers movement is not going to have the right to organize. So as a result of that, I was arrested. I was not only arrested, handcuffed. When I was not even, resisting arrest, I was handcuffed and thrown in the police van. When I got to the police station, handcuffed like that, I was thrown into the police cells where I was tortured. I was banged on the walls of the police cells, handcuffed. Pilani, who was with me at the time, became unconscious. He was moored, kicked to an extent that he was like normal.
And then I can tell you, if you come in the informal road, there's a main road, where you turn by the PP garage, you take a long walk. Police started shooting people from the road. People went, ran away inside the informal settlement. But the cops continued jumping on tops of the shacks where they were shooting and throwing tear gas inside. That's where Baby Jaden, because when they threw the tear gas, he went and felt them a parent. They just went outside and looked, what is happening now? We didn't go up from the strategy. But now these cops are running on top of our roofs. And then they throw that tear, that granite inside, but the child was inside there. So that's where the child, Baby Jaden, couldn't breathe. And she passed away on the scene. So we have to carry a child and trying to call the ambulance on top. The police, they've shot us. They even throw the water tank, the tunnel. While the lady is carrying the baby, we're trying to ask for help. They throw the tank of water on them. And then luckily the people at that time they decided, say, no, you want to kill us, kill us. And then the police dispersed, and then we managed to walk. And where we marched right to Sydney police station with the body, and we left it on the table and we tell them, look, this is your people's job. You'll see what you're doing. And then up until today, we never even get a justice. We were in our own. Up until today, when we ask for a report, you can see the report is on favor of the state because they are the ones that are responsible for the killing of Baby Jaden. But you cannot expect that they will say, no, we admit that. They come with excuses, the baby was really sick, and all the excuses. But we are asking and saying, a 2-week baby, if you go, or one of these politicians or one of these police, give me your 2-week baby, I'll put him in the room and lock in the room and throw that tear gas inside and tell me that it will be alive. They will never do that. And then up until today, we never get justice, and we know there's so many, killings that are taking place by the state, and there's no justice on it.
In 2005 sabona ukuthi kunezinkinga eziqondene nabantu besifazane eziphathwa esibala o gender based violence namasiko acindezela abantu besifazane sibanga njengokuthwalwa emakhaya, ukuthwalwa kwengane ezisencane ezishadiswe zise-underage. Sabona nezinga le-HIV was very high emjondolo eKennedy. Then sabona ukuthi ngo-2008 asiqale i-Women's League. So kuthe mase siqalile-ke i-Women's League ngo-2008 saqala ne-Youth League futhi at the same time ngoba sabona ukuthi kunama-issues adinga i-Youth League futhi nawo adinga ukuthi i-Youth League iwa-addresse ngowawo nje inkinga mayelana ne-quality education no free education for all nezinto eziningi.
Abahlali has actually become the home and the hope of the homeless and the landless. And with that, Abahlali remains a home and it remains a people's movement. Despite all the challenges that it faces, repression, all kinds of violence, state violence or state-sponsored violence, and from the ruling party. But the movement has not given up. In fact, the movement has grown up to more than 80,000 people around the country as we speak, despite these hardship and difficulties. The culture of resistance, the culture of unity and Abahlali has kept us moving forward despite all the challenges.
Despite the police brutality, the state violence continues, but Abahlali still stays strong. And despite them criminalizing dissent and making people look like criminals, the struggle continues.
Yes, we've overcome all these challenges.
The main aim is land and housing.
We remain committed to the struggle for land, decent housing, and dignity. So yeah, this is what we've been facing, and we're saying it is enough. We can no longer accept people who should be our protectors becoming our humiliators and people who are actually destroying us. We are saying enough is enough. An alternative has to be found. We want to send our solidarity with Black Lives Matter.
Abahlali basemjondolo, Abahlali. Abahlali basemjondolo, Abahlali. Abahlali basemjondolo. Yenza izinhlupheko, yenza izinhlupheko nosizi, nokubukeleka phansi kwabantu abahlala emjondolo. Kodwa sithi sekuyisikhathi sokuba nathi sizakala